Hello everyone and welcome back to the Mordheim Faction Chronicles. Here we're gonna take on Andra93 versus SlaineMor. You can see it's quite a bit of a difference in the rating here. 400 and both of them picking Marked for Death on a Haunter in the Darkness. Gonna see what that entails for this game, see if Andra93 can have a chance here. Gonna follow this game from his perspective, playing as a Sis of Sigmar. Definitely an underdog. So here we are, rushing in. Hope the connection is gonna remain stable here. We have a Wolf Priest in a vulnerable position. This is one of the Wolf Priests that Andra93 needs to get, Uran Strike. What is that? Yeah, we do see an Augur coming up here and 106 wounds. Like, at this point we are in round 3 of cycle 1 and we see a warrior here that he also needs to get, as well as the Wolf Priest. So he already has his 2 marked targets out for him here. But look at this, I mean, you have played 3 games, you need 12 experience points to level one of the heroes up to level 1, and that has not been the case with this Augur, and misses the charge even here against the warrior. That is a sign that, wow, takes a lot of damage per turn and doesn't nearly do as much, does half of that. And doesn't have a stance either, so that's gonna take even more damage. Just unfortunate for Andra93. Yeah, and Andra93 seems to have had some very rough PvEs, and you can look at it. The Matriarch 110 was also not even level 1 yet, and that's not the case for SlaineMor. SlaineMor definitely has leveled up his units. She does have 50% armor though, that's at least something, but I don't really know what he's scavenging here. He cannot pick up consumables and use them at any rate. That's an Overwatch stance. Yes, Andra93 is a big underdog here. Wonder if he can even deliver. It is a weird game, and it looks like one of the Wolf Priests might be in a little bit of danger here. And here comes the captain. One-handed and shield them. That's one of the other things. I mean, look at the Augur. She has a shield and a one-handed weapon. She's not even optimized for the level 0. Okay, so misses the charge here with the captain. See if he takes any return blow. No, he does not. And gets another attack in here. 18 damage. Mark of Misfortune triggering. So removing a little bit of a critical hit resistance. Good to have. Let's see what Alina Joshuason does. Remember that there is an Overwatch here from the Warlock. It's not quite over just yet here, just because of the rating difference, but you can see the levels, like even this henchman here, this novice, 108. It's like Andra93 is entering with a fresh team. Alright, trying to reach the Warlock. Another unit is level 0. So, I mean, Andra93 had a fun first game when everyone else was level 0. Managed to, in a nail-biter, defeat Marlos 4-4 before being crushed by Sassy Assassin. SlaineMor, meanwhile, has had a little bit of a different route so far. He he crushed Rotenda in the very first game, and then he went into a little bit of a speed bump, I believe. Who did he face? No, actually I think he won the second game as well. It was against Asaro. So he has 2 wins to 1 of Andra93. This is a case of uneven players with the same win ratio. So that's why Andra93 is facing him. It looks pretty good here. I mean, we have an all-alone check coming in for the Wolf Priest. Wow, that's a lot of damage. And another mark of misfortune. Gonna be an indicator that SlaineMor has mark of misfortune as a rune and has applied it to most of his weapons. We see the first marksman moving in here. What can he do? Well, he can do pretty well, and that is probably a purple bow. That really hurts. That really hurts. Alright. Alright, so it's 1-0 to SlaineMor. We have seen in some other games, like we had Wutan's loss here to Daddy Cool, but having a big advantage early on in the game and then losing out because the one impressive on the field took over and did her thing. And oh my god, good lord, is he lucky or what? Oh my god. So look at this, like it looked like the Wolf Priest was going to be in real big danger. Facing an all-alone check, having 2 characters on him, was not a good spot to be in. But now there's 2 dead characters for Andra93. Wow. I just have to say, wow. Yeah, we're gonna see. I mean, it's still the maiden still lives. Maybe she has good equipment on her, she can go in. I hope that Andra93 better have 2 purple heavy armors. Because why else? Oh wow, yeah, there we go. Killing off the purifier, so it's 1 hero and 1 henchman down. But why else put a 50% purple heavy armor on the matriarch that's level 0? I really hope the maiden has a 50% armor as well, so she can do the damage here that Andra93 needs to be done. Hopefully she has good weapons as well, so she can start dishing it out. So what is this Wolf Priest going to do? He was a bit hurt, but he manages to get out of the situation without actually doing anything. Yeah, it looks like it, but we'll see, we'll see. It's still not over yet, the maiden can still do a lot of work here. But Andra93 doesn't have the same thing that everyone else playing the sisters do, which is a sister superior to boost the movement of the maiden from movement 4 to movement 7. Might have armor proficiency do already, could be a movement 5 maiden. What does he do? I might just want to go into the matriarch, to be honest. Alright, so he did go into the matriarch. Did he use any of the attacks by any chance? I don't really see that on the... Yeah, he did both of his attacks and he seemed to have landed them. And that did a lot of damage on the... Oh wow, and that triggers the Overwatch, and now the maiden can't do anything for this turn. And she has 25%, she has white armor! White heavy armor, like you have 1 purple heavy armor and you're not using it on the maiden. That's something that the other sisters players should really advise Andra93 on, because they all have heavy purple heavy armors, at least one of them. They're all putting it on their respective maiden, and she has sinful speeches. She's risking it twice on 2 characters that have no interest in doing any spell casting. That 40% divine branch chance was really lucky for Andra93. Wow. Picked up sinful speech early on. What are we going to see here? Can she deny the all-alone check here for that sister? No, goes in on Julian's strike. Remember, that is the marked for that target here that Andra93 needs to get. Could also go and pick up the idol, to be honest. Okay, so she went into ambush instead. Close to Yeah, where is that? Well, this seems to be close, might be close to the wagon, seeing as the sister in front there was one that was below the warlock. So the maiden should be on the right side of that. We don't really see her right now, no, we don't. One of the warriors turns. Matriarch is almost dead here, but she can probably kill the wolf priest and pick up the first of the objectives here. Might be looking at an objective victory. It could be a thing here for Andra93. Picks off Duran Strike, he was level 1. Nice hit. Only 18 wounds left, that is hurtful. Still a lot of morale left here to lose for SlaineMor. Yeah, definitely can. I mean, yeah, exactly. Seems to have answered that question right away. It was good of SlaineMor to do that. So yes, you can use all the healing one would be nice. Maybe the Crimson Shade as well here. So all the leaders and only them can use and loot consumables. Wow, it's a white healing dart. It's barely worth it. Ouch. Crimson Shade would be good as well. Jumping up the initiative ladder so she can actually do something here. Even like Madcaps maybe. She is blocked off. Oh, the time is running out. Is she gonna click? No, it's not. Time is running out. Time is running out. This is not Andra93's game. This is something that happens when you're used to PvE and playing against the computer a lot, and then you enter into a PvP tournament. People do forget the timer. Andra93 is not a new player to the tournament scene though. He's played in one level 10 tournament, I believe Mordheim Madness Season 1. And I mean, the name itself, it implies a level 10 tournament, so most players just show up with a level 10 warband with level 10 characters. But sometimes there is one player that just goes into these tournaments with a level 10 warband, but some under-leveled units are not level 10. And Andra93 was that player in that tournament. He went in with some units, one unit I believe even was level 7. And I mean, some people, they go in with their PvE warbands and they expect to do well, and they come in without the books and the tome of abilities and such, and they get pounded down. Most people lose big time in their first level 10 tournament, and Andra93 was no exception. But he's coming back here for his second tournament, and we're gonna wish him well. He seems to have a bit of a struggle with the PvEs though, and it's gonna be reflected in your chances to win the PvPs. But I do think that SlaineMor and Andra93, they're probably gonna be on diverging paths here. Remember, this is a Swiss tournament using the Karond system, which I have modified a little bit, so if Andra93 keeps losing, he's gonna keep facing players that are on the same win ratio as himself, as well as SlaineMor. And with these rating differences, I do expect SlaineMor to take some more victories and Andra93 to take some more losses, until they settle down into facing players that have the same amount of PvE skills as themselves. So we do see champion showing up, and the champion kills one target right away. Good entrance. Where is SlaineMor right now? Like, is he doing targeting certain characters that he needs to target? Yeah, that's managing the all alone check here, but yeah, better to do that than on the parry captain. I agree. 0% chance for a dodge. Like, you can even just go into the dodge. You still have a 1% chance of it. But this is tough. You can see that there is a purple or even some blues here. This is a good move.
A new round has started.
I didn't think the Augur would be a great choice, but blocking in 2 warriors, that's at least decent. Misses with one of the attacks. Is he in the parry stance? I do think he is. I was gonna let them both out here. Only 20 wounds left. What I do like about Andra93's warband though is look at this, like Minerva from Altdorf, clearly read up on the lore, clearly doing a warband that is particular to the setting. I just have to applaud that. I love seeing that kind of stuff. Not just the basic character names that you get by default, like Ulrich von Drack, as we're gonna see here. SlaineMor is not bothered to rename his character, but Andra93 has, and I do appreciate that. A very nice little touch. So we're gonna see. She's not even in a dodge stance here, so she's already taking damage. She might be gone here before Andra93 gets to use that unit again. Surprised he didn't just flee. And oh my god, the stuns and the critical hits here by SlaineMor. He doesn't need the help, but oh my god, he keeps getting the critical hits. And the Mandrake root going off here, plus 10% armor for the captain. That's not even a sword, that's a dagger. No, you cannot leave the match until... You can take a voluntary route test whenever you want, so as soon as you go down the route threshold you can route if you want to. But it's still a little bit off here. And another critical hit. Yeah, and the 93 is just listing them one by one. It's just can't believe what he's seeing here. Unless we expected 2 shots, like it doesn't really matter that the Warlock is being silenced. He was not gonna use any spells anyway. Alright, that looks hurtful. That looks really hurtful. That looks like the Augur is not gonna live to see another day. I'm sure she predicted this. And another loss. I'm sorry, Minerva of Altdorf. You can have awesome names, but sometimes you go up against a player that just has more equipment and more levels and everything, and that's gonna be minimized in this tournament, but in the beginning of the tournament you can end up with slightly uneven games like this. Still not as bad as all the previous tournaments we've had in Mordheim, where you have all the veterans facing all of the beginners and just crushing and steamrolling through them one by one. We're gonna have a lot more even games here, but this one is not it. This one is not it. One player has 2 wins out of 2, one other one has 1 win and 1 loss. And that win, that lucky win against Marlos has costed Andra93 getting a tough opponent like this. Probably aiming for the Matriarch if I'm guessing right, she was pretty hurt. And if she loses the if the Matriarch goes down here, it could be... It's gonna be game over then. She's worth at least 16 morale and you can only lose 15 here. Remember, already lost the Purifier, already lost the Augur, so if the Matriarch goes down, can't even make a route test. Looks like a clinical win here for SlaineMor. Yeah, no critical hit there. But I still can't get over the fact that the purple heavy armor is not on the Maiden, but on the Matriarch. Like, this is what's keeping the Matriarch alive right now, but really needs it to be there. Other sisters players need to come in and help Andra93 out. Andra93 needs to call for some help as well in the sister strategy room. Oh, I think they're desyncing here. I mean, this looks really weird. Like a character was killed. We don't really see that. What is happening? Yeah, look at this, and it seemed to be the Maiden's turn, but now it's the Wolf Priest's turn. And they are desyncing, but they might be able to finish up the game here anyway. Manages one of the ambushes. Yeah, what was that? Look at that! Just turning. Yeah, this is so strange. And now it's her turn, and she can just do whatever she. What was that? She only had one ambush, and she did just 2 attacks in a row like that. That was crazy. And then just a critical hit here is gonna kill another character. If I'm SlaineMor, I'm just wondering, like, where did both of my units go? Like, where did they go? And look at this. If she's really smart now, she picks up that warrior who was the warrior that she needed to kill, as well as the token is already on. Yeah, the matriarch did pick up the wolf priest token, no? Didn't she? I hope she did. I mean, Andra93 has the objective right now. Andra93 has marked for that completed. What is happening? Wow, this game. Yeah, that's minus 60 morale. Oh, it's closing in. Like the next kill here. But I'm just worried that they're gonna desync. I mean, obviously if this game is uploaded, they are not gonna desync. But I don't have the luxury of foresight right here. Wow, okay, so which units are really hurt right now? Well, it is that... yeah, I don't really know. We're gonna see. It's gonna be weird stuff going on now, because I think that henchman was dead for Andra93 on SlaineMor's screen most likely, and that's a really poor ambush. He can just walk right into that from the ground. Would have benefited from being a little bit more to the right here. Never ambush close to a wall like this. You can see that she is not wearing her own hair. She has a toupee or some extensions. This is the warrior most likely that was stuck in the building behind that other warrior. It's not just a weird disengage, like this is a proper desync. But can they finish the game before it completely locks out? Need to be relatively quick about it. It's still all up in theirs. Yeah, win or go for secondary, exactly. Wondering what SlaineMor is thinking about. Don't really know where he's doing on the secondary front, but we do know that he has marked for death. The timer is not constantly ticking down, which is a good sign. You're not desyncing just yet. Alright, ambush stance. Oh, come on. Have you actually picked up the token? I could have had the objective right now. Like, imagine if you have the objective and then you just have a character that's that you lose, and then that's it. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like they are even Like, look, yeah. She's trying to cast Sigmar's Might and it's going to the screen of the impressive. And that character is dead, we know that. Yeah, I just want him to finish the game quickly. Like, this is torture. Like, when you have and this is a bad choice too. Theodora from Known. Like, if you make some quick moves here and there, you can prevent the. Well, I mean, you can finish the game before the desync actually stops the game, but doing like this is just begging for the desync to appear. Making a parry, gonna have a free parry. This is the end of her. That's gonna be a route check.
Your warband morale is critically low.
Andra93 had the objective, could have had the objective, like it was just lying there. So what's happening now then? Well, the game is adjusting on some parts. That henchman is in real big trouble because yeah, exactly, the champion was right behind him. Route check is already coming up, and it's a route check that can't be succeeded on because the matriarch is dead and all the characters that can take a route test are dead. So SlaineMor's already won this game, so yes, now he's just trying to improve the score, which is completely meaningless in this tournament. And maybe completing the... Yeah, see, that was a kill on his screen, otherwise he wouldn't move on like that. Does he have the objective? No. Seems to be something blocking him there, even though we can see that there is nothing blocking him. Very strange game. Very, very, very strange game. Internet not being the best between these two. And there we go. SlaineMor manages the victory. Congratulations. And hope you enjoyed this despite the weird ending. And thank you for watching. Farewell for now.